Hi there. My name is John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where I take the lectionary text and I tie it to an item from the Dollar Tree, the junk drawer, the kids' room, or the garage. You know how we've been doing it. Thank you for the love that you share with your kids and your congregations and your families. You are rocking it, my friend. Truly. Now, maybe this is your first time here. Maybe the youth leader or the pastor who does the children's sermon is in New Orleans this week because it is the 2024 youth gathering, and that's where I am this week. And so I'm looking forward to seeing so many of you. If you see me and you recognize me, say hi. I love, man, it fills my soul and my heart with joy. So if it's your first time, so welcome, and you are rocking it. Thank you for being here. This is my, let's see, a couple things. One, you can hear my lower voice. It's not normally this low, as you know. Many of you would know. I'm dealing with a pretty bad cold. I came back from confirmation camp without COVID, but with a bad cold. So there we are. We're working through that. I'm in Idaho right now. Celebration of life for my grandmother is this coming weekend. So we're preparing for that, and what a blessed soul Betty was. And so moving into that, and then I want to thank all of you who have donated to the Dollar Store Children's Sermons this last week, the 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's greatly appreciated. If you've been thinking about it, still very helpful. There are ways to do that on the blog or in the show notes underneath. That's why I'm pointing down here, because I guess that's what the cool kids do. Anyway, down here in the show notes, there are links. So, but I appreciate it. It's never required, but it's always appreciated. So thank you. All right, let's get on to the narrative lectionary, shall we? We're in the series of 1 John, and we're looking at 1 John chapter 4. And again, man, John is driving home that God loves us, and because of that, we are called to love one another. We are called to wrap one another in God's love. And John even goes so far to say that when we love, people are seeing God's love, because we love because God loves us, and we are children of God, we are heirs of the promise, and so we are called to love the world so the world can see God's love. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So, one takeaway from this, but two different direct ways you can do this. Actually, no. The first one I've done before, where you have a spool of rope, and the idea, I'll just tell you it anyway, but I'm really going to the second one. So the idea is you have a piece of string tied around your finger, and talk about ways that we do things that we do to help us remember things. Like you put a string around your finger, and it used to be that you look at it and go, why do I have a string around my finger? Oh yeah, I was supposed to do, and so you do. Or you have your phone. You're like, Mom, and you have a memory. You have an alarm. Maybe if you know exactly when your children's sermon is going, or you want to, you could set your alarm like right before maybe you set your timer for 2 minutes or for a minute, because sometimes you get up to the children's sermon, 2 minutes is a long time, but you get up there and you've got it 30 seconds, and the alarm, you're welcoming the kids, and the alarm goes off, and you go, oh, I'm so glad I had the reminder on my phone, and it's of course the stopwatch, but it still sounds like the reminder. Oh, I'm so glad I have the reminder on my phone, because I wanted to remember, so I had this remind me that I wanted to tell you that God loves all of you. There's that. So that in 1 John we are loved, and we remember God loves us, and we are called then to love the world. There's that. Now, when I'm thinking about, that string, you have that string wrapped around your finger, and then you go, oh, that's that. So I originally had, and this was a while back, I had a children's sermon, which I really like, because being a magician, I have a spool of like 300 meters of rope, and because I use a bit of rope every show I do, and so you can, but I take that, and you can take that rope, and you take that rope and you take it on the outside of the pews or the chairs all the way around the congregation, and the idea that that's the string that's tied around God's finger, and that we are all part of God's body in this world, and we are called to remind people of the love. So anyway, that's a lot of rope. So the springboard off of that, where I'm working on it today, and I like this idea, is that we are the reminders of God's love. So I have people stand up and go to the sides of the congregation, and have the kids in the middle of the congregation, or have the kids either or. I can see it go both ways. We have all the adults, basically you have everybody around the congregation. They're holding hands, touching elbows, however what's comfortable and safe for you, and you're holding hands, and so basically you're making a big circle around the edges of the sanctuary, holding hands. And if you don't have enough people to do it for the edge of the sanctuary, move in, or you have enough to create a circle. You adapt. So you've got that, and either the kids are in the center, and it's the adults are reminding the kids that they are loved and cherished and beloved children of God. And then you could do it twofold. You could do it that, and then move out to where have the kids join the circle, and that we are called then, we are reminders, we are called to remind the world of God's love, because through us, they see God, and they see the love of God. So John makes it, First John in this book makes it very clear that God is love, and we are called as Christians to love. So I hope this can be useful for your own children's sermon. Thank you so much for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregations and your families. You are rocking it. Thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. And I am hoping next time, I'm hoping my voice is not so deep. Anyway, it's joy. Anyway, there we go. Peace. Have a fantastic week, and I hope to see many of you in New Orleans. All right? Peace.